Hey guys, my name's Sam Ashworth and I'm here at Kirkham Building Systems. I'm the foreman and I've been here for about 5 years. Today I'm going to take you around my box truck. It's a 2016 Isuzu MPR V8. I'm just going to kind of show you around and kind of see the organization I got built in the back and what we take out to every job. Alright, so here we are at the back side of the box truck. We'll kind of go through the tools and where we usually start when we start building. Right here is what we call batter boards. I like to keep them about 6 feet long. I usually keep about 4 of them in the truck. It's what we use to string out our buildings and lay it out. Right here is the stakes we will pound into the ground, and then we will take this batter board, screw it here, and run our string lines. A couple specialty tools that we use throughout the job is I like to call the spoon. When we get our hole depth dug and we have to clean it out, get ready to pour a footer, take this guy and you clean out the bottom and you can really get it really cleaned out with this. You don't see a lot of pool barn companies with this. It's one of the special tools we have here at Kirkham. Right here is our extra long clamshells. So when you're digging down into a 4-5 foot hole, it really helps getting all that dirt out. So I guess we'll jump up here and I can show you guys around through all our organization in here. So now that we're in the box truck, right here is our Spectra Precision Laser, which we use to shoot grade on all our buildings. It's quite the tool and it really comes in handy for a number of different applications. Here is one of the special tools we use with that transit for shooting our grade. So we're able to get the same grade shot on all our poles, and it's basically how we start all our buildings, going from digging the holes to actually framing up the building. And here is what I like to call our layout bin. A couple 100-foot tapes, Stanley 100-foot tapes, marker paint, string, just anything we need to, when we first get to the job and we need to lay out with the batter boards and the stakes. One of the guys will usually grab this and bring it out with him. Here is our different nail bins. Right here is a 20 ring shank galvanized. It's what we fasten all our girts with. Once you sink this bad boy, you're not getting it out, that's for sure. Right here is our 60. It's what we use to fasten our purlins. It's hardened steel, 6 inches long. We run our purlins on edge, so you're actually nailing through 3.5 inches. So you're getting a 2.5 inch bite into the trusses. Once again, another nail that is a pain to get out. With all our buildings here at Kirkham, we don't really use screws. We usually fasten with nails. So here is what we actually use on our roofs with nailing our roof down. Has a good washer on it and it holds up for a long time, a lot better than some of the screw washers. Here's an example of a white siding nail. We have all different kinds of colors from Maze. Once again, it's a ring shank and holds the steel really well. Kind of show you guys some of the special templates we use around our buildings. Right here is our base trim, which you run down on the bottom and your steel comes and sits right here. This template is for corners. It saves a lot of time. You just whip this out, mark it on your piece and cut it and install. Since here at Kirkham we do an end rafter system, instead of a truss on the gable, we have these certain templates for continuing girts out where they would run into the end rafters. So these are templates for making long pitch cuts. I guess now we can kind of get into some of the different tools we use around here. In the past year and a half or so, we've been trying to go more cordless. So we've been getting a kind of good assortment of cordless tools. I'll kind of just go through. We have a bunch of Milwaukee, a bunch of DeWalt, little Porter cable. Here's a nice lightweight impact from Milwaukee. Just not as heavy as your regular 20 volt, but it keeps up. We got here is the M12 jigsaw. This particular tool is nice when you need to clean up some corners or clean up some edge on plywood or whatnot. This one we just got about 1.5 years ago. It's metal shears, and it definitely saves your wrist from long rips of steel and cutting your ripper sheets. These are your hand tin snips right here. These are lefts, but it does the work of this about 1,000 times. Right here is what I like to call my soffit gun. It's a Porter cable kind of brad nailer staple gun. We use this to hang our soffit system. Here's our cordless circular saw. This is quite nice. Once again, not having to get cords out or a generator out. It has this nice joist hook on it, so you can hang it up on the building and grab it later. And going off that note is big fan of Diablo saw blades. They last a long time and they cut really well. Right here we have our hammer drill. This thing can really put out some power. If we have to drill some headers or we're drilling into concrete, this drill really comes in handy. And kind of down here we have our tool belt holders. All the guys, they just hang their tool belts up here and grab them in the morning and load up for whatever we're doing that day. And back in here is where I keep all our Comealongs. We got cable Comealongs. I keep about 8 of them on the job. We usually use them to brace gable ends, pull out bows. They're really nice to have. We also do compression braces as well, which I might make a video if there's any interest on it as well, which is 2x4s. But these really, you can get those gable walls really plumb and pretty much move anything where you need to move it. I guess I can get to this. This is kind of a cool ordeal we came up with. Move all these Comealongs out of the way. This particular carpet contraption is when we're able to get on roofs during the winter, even after good snow or ice, whatever it is. We just get up there at the peak, you hook this up there at the top, and then you kind of just throw it on out, and it gives you a nice good dry surface to walk on. When we finish laying the roof, and we'll go up on the roof and we'll cap the roof, we usually take this up here with us and make saving a trip down the ladder. We got our caulking gun, and as you can see over here is all our different kinds of caulking. When I first originally built this and organized this truck, the plan was to only use these two, but I found out over the years that we never can have enough caulking, and we usually always run out. So try to keep a good supply on here. We use a lot of clear, unless the building's black or something, then we can get in more of the colors. Right here is called our end plugs. We'll actually put these in the end of the venterage up there at the peak, where your building's breathing, and it seals from birds and water getting in there. You just stick this in the end and caulk it in. Down here we have these new harnesses we actually just picked up this past year. You got your lead line right here, so whenever you need to get this guy installed, you just take this up to the peak or wherever you're working and you fasten it into the truss, and then you got these, well, I'll call them leads. You hook this up to the back of your belt. Like so. And then you can kind of go, I think there's about 10 feet of length in there, maybe 8, to let you get where you need to get safely. That's pretty much here. That's my truck, and that's what we bring out to all our jobs. Every tool in here has a purpose, and every little bin or nook and cranny of here is being used for something, and usually if we need it, it's on here. So that's all here at Kirkham Building Systems. This is Sam, and you all have a nice day.